the group that represented OTAN. The members are Cristina Gomez, Kerly Cañar, Paula Carrillo, and Melanie Carrillo. For this part, we propose that the negotiation be carried in a period of 2 hours. In this time, all the parties have the opportunity to get a good negotiation and to say everything that they are thinking. The purpose of this is to get a peace for all nations, for Titan, and also for Ukraine and Russia. In the first instance, we want to thank you for get this space. We hope that the results enhance to all the humanitarian lives from all the parties. We want to ask and get a petition for a ceasefire for a period of 50 days, in which humanitarian aid can access to the most affected parts of Ukraine. Also, we propose that get negotiations during all the days, that have a duration almost of 2 hours per day. In these negotiations, we can get a good opinion, and also we can get a more relation with the other parts and get a good result. Our objective is that Ukraine can access to our organization, and putting obviously the interest of Russia on this part. We propose that we won't put our military bases near to the border areas that are near the border areas of Russia. In case of threat from the Russian government, we could enter and support our countries, and this we good made because we think that Ukraine is sovereignty and also autonomy. So that's all.
NATO has advocated for diplomatic solution and has taken various measures to address the situation. Some proposals that could be raised include: first, diplomatic dialogue. NATO can advocate for renewed diplomatic dialogue between Ukraine and Russia to find political and peaceful. It could support international initiatives to facilitate talks and negotiations. Ceasefire and troop withdrawal. NATO could advocate for an immediately ceasefire and withdrawal of troops from conflict zones. This step could lay the groundwork for the peaceful resolution of the conflict. Next, humanitarian support. NATO could commit to providing humanitarian support to populations affected by the conflict. This could include the delivery of medical aid, food, and other essential supplies. The next is a promotion of international norms. NATO could highlight the importance of respect for international norms and principles in conflict resolutions, promoting the rule of law and respect for the sovereignty of countries. And the last one is a participation of international organizations. NATO could advocate for the active participation of international organizations such as the United Nations in resolving the conflict, seeking a multilateral approach to address the issues at stake.
Okay, interest. 1. Regional security. NATO may have concerns that in the incorporation of Ukraine will generate tension with Russia, affecting stability in Europe and jeopardizing the security of the region. 2. Avoiding direct conflicts. There are fears that Ukraine's admission in NATO could trigger direct conflicts with Russia, which the alliance might want to avoid in order to preserve peace and stability. 3. Military commitments. Integrating Ukraine could imply NATO military commitments in the event of a conflict in the region, which could be seen as a burden for some alliance members. 4. Relations with Russia. NATO could be considering its relations with Russia and avoiding that actions that could be interpreted as provocative, seeking to maintain a diplomatic balance in the region. 5. Internal coherence. Some NATO members may have internal interests such as internal cohesion of the alliance, avoiding internal division among members regarding the admission of new countries.
Finally, we ask a couple of questions for the nations. Below will be a series of questions for the parties in question. They can be answered precisely. Some of these will be open and closed in order to reach mutual agreement. 1 is for Ukraine. Ukraine, what are your requirements for Russia in the face of the imminent invasion? The other question is for Russia. Given the economic demand that it is committed to play, does it agree to Ukraine demands so that your financial penalty can be reduced? 3 is for Ukraine. Ukraine, who is helping to finance their conflict because it is well known that the economic situation in their nation is unsustainable. 4 is for Russia. Who would you respond to the increase in the death of children in hospitals? 5 for Ukraine. Ukraine, taking into account its situation, how many soldiers has it lost to date? It's a great number of soldiers necessary. 6 is for Russia. Apart from demands for war, how do they respond to the statement of banning the LGBT movement and calling it extremist? 7. This question is for two nations. What do you think about the proposals that were mentioned previously? And finally, Russia. Do you agree with the trade bans that have been imposed on you?